Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Now turn up your volume for this. Statistics show American patriotism is thriving. In fact, 85% of Americans consider themselves very patriotic. 63% own American flags, and 43% are extremely proud to be an American. There's never been a better time to stand with your fellow patriots. This is why I highly recommend the In God We Trust hat to proudly show your patriotism. The In God We Trust hat is worn by preppers, survivalists, and patriots around the country. It has a beautiful stitching of the American flag and a cross and bold words that say, In God We Trust. Fight the anti-patriotic agenda in this country with the In God We Trust hat. I love mine. I wear it everywhere I go. If you've been looking for a way to be more patriotic this summer, you'll love the In God We Trust hat. Buy one In God We Trust hat and get another one for free in the next 24 hours by going to ingodwetrust.com or by visiting the link below. Go grab a hat right now. So maybe you haven't heard, I don't know, but there was an attack in New York City today, and they say that the suspect was a black male. So you know what's about to happen to this story. 10 people were shot. Fortunately, none of the injuries were life-threatening. Looks like everybody's going to live. There's footage out there of the smoke coming out of the subway cars and people running, scattering, running for their lives. Apparently, the dude had a mask on, like a real mask, a gas mask, orange construction vest, and he threw the canisters. There were reports of him, people saw him mumbling to himself as he donned the gas mask, threw the canisters, started shooting people. Now, the reason the people were probably standing there watching this dude put on a gas mask and stuff is because they're probably numb to the fact that there are thousands of homeless people ravaging the city of New York. So this is probably par for the course. Another day on the subway. So he gets up there, starts shooting people. He leaves. He escapes. They say that they know who they're looking for. Rest assured that the governor of New York, that ghoulish-looking woman, got up there and said, no more. We say no more. We say no more mass shootings. We say no more people having their lives disrupted by violence. Oh, now you give a shit? Now it's no more? You should have been saying that from day one when you took over for Governor Titties and Ass. No more. Yeah, right. So I have a question. Mayor Eric Adams, the one who took over for Mayor de Blasio, who some would have said that he is the worst mayor in New York City's history, but I think you guys might want to wait for the end of Eric Adams' first term before you say who the worst is, because he's on pace. So he said, and I'll put a link in the description box. You can also check my Instagram page at JG Talk, because I got a receipt, guys. I will put up the video where he went on CNN 2 months ago saying that he is afraid of riding the subway himself. And they have put together a task force of plainclothes officers and mental health professionals to get down there in the subway and take care of this problem and make it safe. He said that he's going to, quote, flood the subway with police officers. There's going to be a noticeable police presence, is what he said. I'm just going by what the man told us 2 months ago. So today we have an attack in said subway where there was supposed to be a noticeable police presence. And I'm sure if those police were there, they would have drawn their service pistols and put lead in this dude's center mass. His lead content would have went through the roof. But why those police officers weren't there, I don't know. Has he not enacted his plan yet? Has he not rolled it out yet? It was 2 months ago. And he sounded like he wanted that project to get off the ground pretty quick. Some might say immediately. The lady who was interviewing him on CNN said that, or asked him, what's concrete that you can tell the people of New York that you're going to do to fix this? And he's like, right away, we're going to flood the subway with police officers. That was 2 months ago. So you were probably looking on the internet for the footage of him being in the subway or even up on the street by a subway entrance somewhere near the scene of the crime, showing the people of New York, I got you. I'm going to take care of this. We are on the hunt. We got a piece of his clothing and put it in the nose of a hound dog. We are on his trail. No, he couldn't do that because he is quarantining because he tested positive last Sunday for the sweet and sour sniffles. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. That's 3 days. What do you got to quarantine for 5 days now? Or is it 10 days? Or is it back to 14? I don't fucking know. But this man has been poked everywhere, in his arm, in his ass. Remember that? There were reports coming out of China that they wanted people to take the vaccine in their chocolate starfish. But they might have just been doing that to the American ambassadors or representatives or whatever over there. But he has a sweet and sour sniffle, so he can't be on the scene. But don't worry, New Yorkers. New Yorkers. He made a video. So he put out a video letting you know, hey, my prayers go out, blah, blah, blah. Real comforting. So the mayor of New York City is in quarantine for the sweet and sour sniffles, even though he's been jabbed every which way. How about you get your ass out there, put on a mask, put on two, depending on where in the sweet and sour sniffles timeline you're taking your information. You don't need masks. You do need masks. You need two. Put on two just to be safe. Have everybody at least 6 feet away from you. But you need to be behind a podium, banging your fist, letting the people of New York know that you are aware of this problem and you have all your resources aimed directly at it. What's the law enforcement budget for New York City? Isn't it a few $billion? So what's the problem? Or $1 billion? Something like that. Some astronomical amount of money. So why aren't you letting the people of your city know? We're going to take care of this. I am going to make the city more safe. But he can't. Him at home quarantined because he got a little bit of mucus in his throat. Damn, New York. You know what, New York? You guys might be better off protecting yourself. Why don't you multiply your forces? Why don't you let law-abiding New York citizens protect themselves? Because I'm sure if there were some New Yorkers there who were allowed to protect themselves, they would have done just that. And you would know exactly who this guy is because he would be laying in the subway. He would be laying there on the floor at the scene of the crime because some New Yorker would have drawn their constitutionally backed firearm and shot this fool. But instead, he's on the loose. Because you haven't flooded, as you said, flooded the New York subway with police officers and mental health professionals. What exactly are these mental health professionals supposed to do? Are they paired with the police? Are they trying to talk this person with mental issues? Are they trying to talk this crazy son of a bitch down before the police get involved? Or after the police get involved and they have him in handcuffs, is a mental health professional there to interview the suspect? What is a mental health professional going to do in the subway? Absolutely nothing. Give one more victim for the perpetrator, one more person for the cop to watch out for. Why don't you have the mental health professionals at the police station or another location? So after the police get done doing police shit, they can give them to you so you can do your mental health shit. Not sure what they're doing on the scene. So New York, just know that the person who perpetrated this crime is still on the loose as I make this video. Remember some lady got shoved in front of a train not too long ago. Another crazy ass homeless person. When are we going to reopen these insane asylums? Are we still able to call them that? These mental health facilities. Since we sugarcoat everything and wrap it in cotton balls so it can't get hurt. We need to have somewhere to put these people. They can't be roaming the streets, shoving people in front of trains and mumbling right before they shoot a bunch of people. He even said himself, he doesn't feel safe in the subway. You think that would prompt him to get on that and take care of it immediately? Of course not. You don't give a damn about the safety of New York City? That should be priority one. Make people safe. Then we can go about the rest of the business of running New York City. I don't know. I do know this. If you guys reelect this fool, you deserve it. Just like out here in California. We had a chance to get rid of Gavin Bang Your Wife Newsom. Did we do that? So now us good Californians are suffering along with the granola-headed dirt fuckers. Man, please, let me get in here with my beautiful wife and kids. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net. I am Jericho Green. Now, before I get out of here, make sure that you turn up the volume for this statistic. Statistics show American patriotism is thriving. In fact, 85% of Americans consider themselves very patriotic. 63% own an American flag, and 43% are extremely proud to be an American. There's never been a better time to stand with your fellow patriots. That's why I highly recommend the In God We Trust hat. Proudly show your patriotism. The In God We Trust hat is worn by preppers, survivalists, and patriots around the country. I love mine. I wear it everywhere I go. If you've been looking for a way to be more patriotic this summer, you'll love the In God We Trust hat. Buy one In God We Trust hat and get another for free in the next 24 hours by going to godwetrust.com or by visiting the link below. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.